Hey, how you doing? I'll just show you some of these things I've got made up here. So this is a master box, you know what I mean? Figure box. So I've turned it into a picture. So I've stuck it to some plastic offcuts, and I've given it a spray with some acrylic gloss. So it's come up nice and shiny and all that. And yeah, I'll put a little border around it, so we'll put some more plastic there, and then we can sort of border it up and paint it black, and then I reckon hang it up on the wall, look pretty cool. And I've made this for the diorama, so this came off the master box, so that was sort of like there, yeah, and it had master box and all that, so we can stick this with the diorama. So that sort of shows the thing. I've had that idea for a while with the master box ones, because they often have these little pictures at the top. So yeah, just an experiment with something, you know, just sort of mucking around instead of throwing them out or whatever. But let's have a quick look at this one, the Hummel by Dragon. It's really good. So I don't know, there seems to be heaps of different versions of it, and there's different ones even with this picture on the front, but I've been looking at this picture for a while now, and I ended up getting this one from a shop in New South Wales. I ordered it. It's an older one. I got it for a discount. See, they were selling it for 120, not 89.99, so shows you it's been sitting in the warehouse for a while, but it was a 2018 release, so and it does look pretty new, not the old one, but the actual, this new release here, and it's got new wheels and stuff. By the looks of it, the old one was a bit of a, you know, they made a cannon by the looks of it, and, you know, gave a lot of the Nashorn parts, because I think the Nashorn is very similar at the front there. Now, I was thinking of doing the early version, but now looking at it, I really think the late version of this is the much better one. So, of course, you get your photo etch thing, and you get a lot of decals, a lot of pretty good decals. In this one, you don't get the tracks. They just give you a couple of tracks for the spare track, but I've ordered some metal tracks, my first metal tracks, so they should come soon for this particular kit. You get a barrel. But let's have a look and see inside. But I don't think it's got the rifling on it. It doesn't seem like it's the greatest quality metal barrel. But you never know. Let's have a look. Yeah, there's meant to be rifling on it, but there is none there. But yeah, it's got all the right curves and grooves and stuff, so that's all right. Fair enough. And you get some clear parts, and strangely you get the jack on a different sprue, which is not in a plastic bag, and neither is the clear parts. I had to put them in their own plastic bag. Now you get the usual instructions, the Dragon instructions, but I did get a brand new one by Dragon, and it's got the similar instructions, but they just look more organised and stuff than this. This is, you know, the older type, and you get quite a lot of instruction here for Dragon, and then you get heaps of different variants. So they give you 3 for the early version and 3 for the late version. There's some interesting decals, like you've got that decal there for this one, so you've got this regiment, and then you've got a couple of unknowns. I think this one is the one on the front of the box here, and the other interesting one is the Reich one in Normandy. It's got a really cool little decal there, really interesting painting pattern, and all that. The actual moulding is really nice. So I got started on this one just a little bit, But it's very nice moulding. See, I just put these little details on, and just the amount of detail on every single part, it's unbelievable. Dragon have done very well. And this is in two parts, so you got that bottom ball and that part there. But I'll just show you some of this moulding. Now, as you can see, this is the Hummel part. So this is for the cannon. I'll put all these in plastic bags, but all those levers and stuff, levers. We've got the newer wheels. So this is why I'm like, because look at those new wheels they've put in. There's more wheel sprues, but that's amazing. So I'm really tempted to use that. All these parts here are really nice as well, like very, very nice. And then you've got the return rollers, and we've got the detail of the front of the road wheels. I'm just really impressed with it. Very impressive. The other one, of course. Here we've got the actual cannon, and this is another part. So they've got the, this is just out of their cannon. So the SFH18. It's a 15 centimeter cannon. Really nice detail, like the bolts here. You can see, it just looks amazing, doesn't it? Every part, like all the detail on it and everything, it just, there's something about Dragon, and they've really nailed it in this time. Very, very impressive. You get what you pay for. And mini art is fantastic, but the Dragon do, there's something amazing about them, and every time I've done one of their kits, it's come up looking just really cool. And there you got the shells. Now for plastic ones, they do look pretty good. And we got all the shell boxes and but on these, even these little parts here, you know how you got those little hooks that you put on? When you look closely with these, they've got the welding detail on it that I've never seen anyone else bother with before. And those slats. Like there's a photo etch upgrade set I've seen that they're selling in China on AliExpress for this particular kit, but you don't need it. You know, you can get all these in photo etch and stuff, but you just do not need it. You just don't need it. Because this is thin as, like you can feel the thinness. Like this sprue here in particular, where they got the razor edge stuff, you can feel it. It just feels sort of delicate in a way, like paper. See, I nearly broke that off just then. I reckon you just bend these off. This one here is particularly delicate. Yeah, it's just thin. Very nice. Now this is the older one, so that you can use this one for the Nashorn Hummel. And you've got the older early version front here, which does look good. It looks really good. But this is the older version, so you got the older version sprue here, and you can see you got the older rear plate, but they've redone the rear plate here in that super thin stuff. So they got the rear plate, and they got the old ones, but they've redone these things as well. So it looks like, you know, they used a couple parts, and you can do the old version if you want, but they've made it all awesome with the new version. And like, look at this, these tow cables here, they've given you 2 different sizes, and they've got the holes already drilled out, and it's just unreal. So you've got here tools like Mini Art does without. So we've got tools without any clamps, and then you've got the tools with the clamps. They're more no clamp stuff, so I'll be definitely doing that, making that no clamp fire extinguisher. Well, that's got its stuff on it, but I'm sure there's one in here that doesn't, maybe. I hope. But Mini Art has a spare one, so if they're not, I'll just build that one. I really like the photo etch ones of the fire extinguishers. So this is the new late version sprue here. And this does look really, really good. And I'm just sort of thinking, I couldn't waste that. Just looks really nice. Now, it's not meant to be interior, so I wouldn't imagine there's anything inside. But they've upgraded this as well, so this is new. It does look different. These are the new ones. And you got another version there. See the detail on the rear, that fighting compartment plate? I love that metal-y sort of no slip surface. You've got another version of the front parts. There, the gun, hold up the gun. These shell casings. Yeah, I'm really, really like it. And then you've got your wheels. They put in these stupid DS tracks. I hate rubber tracks. Any kind, doesn't matter who makes them, how good they're meant to be. Rubber tracks are really bad. They bend. That doesn't look right, you know what I mean? Or it bends around the track. Like, tracks don't bend. They, you know, they don't bend in the middle. But yeah, they just don't look right to me. They never do. Of course, we've got the older wheels here. So you've got a late version, and that's a really old version, this one here. That's the very early version. You can see they've really upgraded that, so I'm going to have to go for the new ones they've done. Just the tiny little parts they've done. It's really good. And then we've got this last one here, which has got your suspension and stuff like that. Those wheels are really good, the road wheels. And they've all got their Continental written on them, or whatever it is. It's just all very good, very, very good high quality moulding. Very impressed with it. So yeah, that's what's going on with the Hummel. It's a very, very, very nice kit. So if you do get a chance to get your hands on a version of this newer one here, do get your hands on it. The Hummel, the new one. The smart kit. It's really good. Alright guys, I'll speak to you again soon.